Gotcha. I'm trying to keep this clean for YouTube, but anyway. So, as I said on my podcast, and I said on a couple other streams, I'm currently working at Amazon right now. Now, usually we all know the the reputation that Amazon has. It's it's slave labor basically, and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, let me tell y'all my experience with Amazon so far. Right now, I've been at Amazon for about a month, maybe a month and a week at its most. And right now, for the most part, my experience has been decent. So let me tell y'all the process of how I got into Amazon, right? Just to go over a brief, I'm just gonna make this real brief. So my last job I was working, it was an IT job, but it wasn't paying that well. And plus, the job I was working before that, I just up and quit because of reasons. The other job I was working, my job before, the scheduling was, I couldn't get down with the scheduling. I couldn't get down with the pay and all that kind of stuff. So I had to leave. I was looking for another IT job, and alright, I'm going all over the place. Long story short, I went on the website. It lets you choose your position and all that kind of stuff. Now, I don't remember, I think you had to do some, of course, enter your name, do the quick application, whatever, and do like a quick little test or whatever, which is real easy. After that, it lets you pick whatever position you want. I don't remember if it showed me the job, but I remember it showed me the time, which I did. I do night shifts, in which I do from 6 to 4:30. So 10-hour shifts. I work from Sunday through Wednesday. So after you pick what shift you want, what job you want, you instantly get the job like that. And it tells you, you have to arrive to this center so you can do your drug test. You got to bring your ID and all that kind of stuff so they can make the copy, this, that, whoop-de-whoop, whatever. Again, the process was very simple. There's no interview process. I'm not sure because that was COVID or whatever, but there was literally no interview process. When you go to the center, they do ask you a couple questions real quick. Are you okay with doing this job, this, that, and the other, whoop, whoop, whoop. Now, as far as the pay goes, I know I'm skipping around the place, but I'm not going to say what my pay is, but you can easily look it up. And I make a little bit more because I work night shifts. So when you pick your job and your shift and all that, it tells you what pay you get to pick. So again, I'm not going to say it, but you can easily look it up. So after you do that online and all that stuff, it usually tell you what your start date is and all this kind of stuff. You set up the you got to do some online training real quick, which they pay you for. There's the online, the digital orientation, all the stuff, all the boring stuff. Now let's get to the exciting stuff. See, after you do all that, then you have your day one, which is your first day. And this is where it gets a little interesting, right? I'm just going to skip ahead real quick and I'm going to go back. You're going to definitely be working on your first day, but for the majority of the day, you're doing training, right? You're going to be doing training. You're going to be in this classroom. So they tell you how to do the job and all this stuff. Now, the job that I have is a picker. And what you do as a picker, it's the person that's getting the items from the shelf and this, that, and the other, whoop, 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 whatever. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You get your items, put it in your tote, and you keep on going. And once your tote is full, you send it off. Now, I remember when I first stepped into this building, when I first pulled up, the building was huge. So I want y'all to imagine this. Imagine a Supercenter Walmart, right? That's the biggest Walmart. And I want you to imagine 3 of them put beside each other. 1, 2, 3. That's how big that's how huge the building is. It is huge, and you're going to be doing a lot of walking. That's how I lost a couple of pounds, because working that job, you're going to lose some weight. Let's go back. Now at the front door, you got the security, whatever. Once you get your badge, you got to scan your badge, and you go through the little turnable, whatever it is. Now, when I first started this, they still had like the temperature checks and all this kind of stuff. They since lifted that. They lifted a lot of the restriction off because, COVID has started to die down. So, training. I'm all over the place. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to play the game, and that's why I got this on pause right now. The training, you're in the classroom, and you got what is called the learner ambassadors, or the teachers. They teach you how to do your job. Again, I'm a picker. It's easy. So you're basically getting paid to sit in the classroom, this, that, and the other. You have your group. and you go around, you know, they give you your badges, and then after they teach you how to do your job, they give you a tour of the place again. This place is huge. From the walk to one side of the building to the other side of the building, minimum 5 minutes. Minimum. Probably a little bit more than that. I'm talking about from the entire one side to going to the other side. They're called mods. So the walk from A mod to B mod, and it has 3 floors too. So, and the training is super repetitive, but they want to make sure you have it down pat. It is super easy, but they just want to make sure you have it down pat, because you can make mistakes. It's so easy. It is so easy. So then they give you what is the Talzon, or the gun used to scan your items. It is real easy. It tells you. So what it does is it tells you where the item is, and you go get it. Going back real quick to the whole mods, to all the mods and all that stuff. For the most part, you're gonna be on one mod for the most part. Now you will switch from time to time as far as the mods go, but you're not gonna be doing a lot of switching. You're gonna be there for the majority part of it, and then it is based upon what is needed, like the workload and all that stuff. So based upon what's needed, like again, like the workload, that's what determines what side you're gonna be on, what floor you're gonna be on, whatever. After day 1, again, towards the end of the day, that's when you really start doing your job, but you're only really doing your job for like 2 hours, and then you go home. And then from there, after that, you're doing a little bit more work, and you still go back to the classroom and all that stuff. But I have a sneeze coming out. But after the first day of training, you still go to the classroom, but you're doing a little bit more working. Now, this is the part that kind of semi got on my nerves. It wasn't really bad. It's just a little complaint. When I say the training was repetitive, you go to the classroom and they teach you the same stuff over and over and over. They reiterate a lot of stuff over and over and over. They reiterate a lot of training, and then while you're out on the floor, mind you, this is during the first 4 days. On the gun, they send you messages. So like while you're working, they'll send you a message say, come to this spot, come to this spot. And it's the same thing, same training, same videos and all this stuff. I'm like, come on now. So it's like, really? You stopped me for this? It's a good break, don't get me wrong. So enough about the training. The training is real easy, whatever. And the way they do things, now people worry about the, well, I'm gonna take this. What people worry about the most is what is called the pick rate, which is how much you pick per hour. Now, I don't know about other Amazon locations. I know my the location I work, and maybe because I work at nights. It is easy to keep up with your pick rate, as long as you're not being. And I know people worry about that, how I'm supposed to keep up with my rate. The building is big, and this, that, and the other. It's huge. Don't get me wrong, but again, when you're working, it's based upon workload. So you might be on B mod for a while, and then you'll be on A mod for a while. Again, I'm all over the place, so excuse me. It's easy to keep up with your rate. I think they say they want you between 80 to 90%. I don't remember what it was. I think it adjusts throughout the day depending on what you have to pick and all that stuff. It's easy, at least for me anyway. It's easy to keep up with. Again, as long as you're not lollygagging, as I tell people, you're not lollygagging. You're not, getting distracted 24/7, 365. I'll take that and all that kind of stuff. You're fine. It is a lot of walking, a lot of moving. Yeah, so keeping up with your rate, it's for me anyway, it's not that hard. Maybe because it's nighttime, it's a little bit more relaxed. But I know a lot of locations, a lot of people complain that it's hard to keep up with the rates. And I'm not dismissing that neither, because I absolutely believe it, because all these rumors would not be out about Amazon if that wasn't the case. It's just me for right now. This is what I say about Amazon, at least for me anyway. It's not the easiest job, but it's the most simplest job I ever worked. This is my experience so far. Of course, there's the bad. With me, it's not that many cons. Excuse me. Now, I know a lot of people worry about the, going to the bathroom and all that kind of stuff. That's my con, because it's like, so this is what they do. They have what is called TOT, which is time off tasks, right? Which if you don't scan anything within like 6 minutes, whatever, they put that as time off task, and somebody would approach you like, hey, what you was doing, this, that, and the other. I usually go to the bathroom during my breaks if I can. If not, if it's bad, I mean like the stomach. I mean like if I'm playing yo-yo, if I'm playing with the yo-yo. If it's bad, oh yeah, I will stop everything and go to the bathroom. But because one of the complaints about Amazon used to be like, it's hard to get back to your station or whatever, because the break rooms and the mods are so far apart. So what they did was they added an extra 5 minutes towards your break, so that way you can get to where you needed it, which is much needed. So that is a con, but they did semi-rectify that. Of course, you get your 3 breaks. You got your 2 15 minutes and 1 30-minute. Now, the break rooms in there are huge. When I say they're huge, they have small break rooms, but they also have the huge break rooms. They're like big old cafeteria. I want you to imagine like your school cafeteria. It's that big, and I keep looking at the wrong camera. It's huge. Again, I don't know the other positions. I know there's the picker. I know there's the packer, which of course packs, you know, whatever's being shipped. Then you have the stores, which is the people that puts out the stuff, which is another thing, which is kind of a con, but not really. The stores are always in the way because they use these big carts and they're putting up stuff, so you're trying to get past them. And the what you call it, the aisles, the rows, they are very small. It's very small to navigate. So when they're putting up stuff, you have to navigate, and it's real tight and all that kind of stuff. That's kind of a con. It's not the worst thing in the world compared to other things. Now, let me add this. They have a very tight security in there. So you have to scan your badge in order to get to the turnables, right? Well, when you exit, you have to go through this like metal detector type device, and then they have a random algorithm. So let's just say it chooses by random number. So if you're the 75th person to pass through it, it will randomly pick you if you're like the 75th person, and then you have to go through extra security measures just to make sure you haven't stolen your thing. And I have mixed feelings about it, but they'll just, you know, take everything out of your pockets, run you through the other metal detector, make sure you're good, and then you go. So again, it's randomized. I haven't been picked yet for screening, thank goodness. Not that I steal anything, but still, I want to go home. I want to go home, and that parking lot is huge, so I still have a 2-minute walk to get to my car. Again, I have mixed feelings about it, but again, I understand why they do it. So, but that's basically the job right there. Again, it's pretty easy. A lot of walking. You will lose a lot of weight. Now, I do recommend this. Always stay hydrated. If you go work over there, always stay hydrated. Always have water with you. Please do, because you will get dehydrated quick. Also, make sure to eat. My metabolism has kicked up since I know I'm still a little big. I know I'm still pretty big, but shoot, my metabolism has kicked up. Like, I can eat lunch and then 2 hours later, I'm hungry as we work on a microwave. Sometimes they have food trucks. I only did like one. Well, it wasn't even a food truck. It was Chick-fil-A that was there. So I only did that once. I remember one time they was having traditional wings, but they didn't tell. I didn't know till after lunch. I was a little mad about that. Y'all know I love wings, PC gaming and wings. But anyway, benefits. Once you start working after your first day, you have access to all your benefits. You have 401k, health insurance, but I have health insurance through the marketplace, so I don't have to worry about that. So I can't really tell you too much about the coverage. Of course, EAP, which you know you can do the free therapy and all this kind of stuff. Employee assistance program, that's what it is. You got that. Of course, you have your vacation time. See, this the part that confused me a little bit. What's the difference between PTO, which is personal time off, and vacation time? I use them both for the same thing anyway. So you accrue more PTO than vacation time, but you literally, all you need to do is give them at least a 24-hour notice, and they'll let you take it. It is easy. I already started taking some already. And then they have what is called UPT, which is unpaid time off. Now, you want to keep that in the positive. Once you go to negative, they will fire you. So that is that. And you start off with 10, which if you miss a day, yeah. But you can use your PTO to refund, in place of that. That's that. And then you also get leave options and all that kind of stuff. So it's not bad. Now, I'm going to say this. I know I said I was going to talk about pay, but as far as the pay goes, I will say usually most jobs and positions at Amazon start you at 15. So I will say I'm above 15. I'm not going to say exactly, but I will say compared to my other job that I was working. Now, mind you, you get paid weekly. At this job, at Amazon, I make almost as much as I did working for 2 weeks at my other job. So, long story short, let's just say, and just me throwing out a number, at my other job, I got paid $700 every 2 weeks. This job, I'm getting paid around $600 a week. So when I'm getting paid for a week, I'm making almost in a week than I was making 2 weeks at my other job. If that makes any sense. I hope I explained that right. Also, you can do overtime whenever you want. They also have what is called VTO, which is called volunteer time off. So if the workload is not high, on the gun that I told you about, when they send the messages on there, is an opportunity for, again, VTO, volunteer time off, which lets you go home early, basically, long story short, without using your PTO or UPT and all that, which is pretty cool. I used it before. It has to be there though, and what I mean by that is though, they have to offer it to you. Now it is hard. Again, I've used it before, but it is hard to claim it because it's like first come first serve kind of thing. So I will say that. I think that covers everything though as far as working at Amazon. Again, it is a lot of work and it's not hard, but it is very tedious because you're doing the same thing all day. You're literally in the cart, just go around, get this item, put in the cart, keep on going, well, put in the tote, keep on going, keep on doing the same thing, put in the conveyor, get a new tote, this, that, and the other. You're literally doing the same thing for 10 hours. Also, now we'll say this is also kind of a semi-con depending on how you look at it. So Prime Week just passed a few weeks ago. And during peak season and like stuff like that, in Prime Week, you have to work mandatory overtime. Anyway, so instead of working 4 days out the week, you gotta work 6 days out the week. So where I would usually like work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had to work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all Friday, and have to work Saturday. Then of course I have to go back to work, you know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But what I did was, because they was also giving out free COVID vaccines, which give you, if you get the COVID vaccine, they give you $40 on your check, and then they give you unpaid time off. So I took advantage of that, and I was able to take like basically a week off. I only had to work Sunday, but after that I was good. But yeah, mandatory overtime. It is no joke. Now, luckily one of those days I did get off like 5 hours early, which stank goodness. But yeah, so be aware of that. I will say this about Amazon, my experience right now is not a bad experience. I'm just gonna say this much. When I was working at my previous job, I was struggling financially. I never knew what time I had to go to work, this, that, and the other. So I will say this. For me, Amazon gave me a second chance, you know, to help catch up as far as financially goes. I know what time I have to be to work, this, that, and the other. So right now, it's been a good experience. I really don't have too much complaints. It can drag on because, again, you're doing the same thing for 10 hours. Other than that, again, I have no complaints. But yeah, Amazon has definitely gave me a second chance, and now I'm like financially doing better and all this stuff. Now this ain't no permanent, this ain't gonna be permanent because I'm still trying to work in the field of IT and also make content creation my full time, but I know that's gonna take a while. I was in the middle of doing an interview for an IT position, but I didn't get the job, unfortunately. It would have paid well, but I didn't get the job, unfortunately. But it's all good though, like I'm not down about it. But anyway, that's my experience on working at Amazon. Again, I know I was all over the place. I should have wrote this down, which I'm gonna do next time. Again, it's not a terrible job. You will be working a lot. I know about the horror stories and all that kind of stuff, and I'm not saying they don't exist, because I believe people when they say they exist, which is another reason, which is the reason why I didn't work doing the delivery, because I heard that I heard it's bad. So I said I wasn't going to do that. Plus I'm done with the driving. I don't like doing a lot of driving. Like if you want a placeholder job to hold you till you get something better, I would definitely, you know, recommend Amazon for that. Pace yourself. And you know what's funny? I see young people, I see older people in there. You know, I see people that's in their 40s, their 50s. I see people straight out of high school in there. So it's all kind of people in there. You know, most of the people in there is nice. I haven't really encountered anybody that was mean or nasty, anything like that. Everybody's nice. Again, this is my location, but everybody's pretty cool. You know, everybody's doing their job and all that kind of stuff. Everybody just want to go in, do their job, and get out. That's all I gotta say about my experience at Amazon. If anybody that's watching this video work at Amazon, drop a comment. Well, yeah, drop a comment because I'm making a video out of this. But drop a comment below, tell me what your experience is and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, that's my experience working at Amazon. Yeah. Alright y'all, that's it for today's video. And as usual, if you like this video, go ahead and press the like button. If you dislike this video, hopefully you didn't. But if you did dislike this video, go ahead and press the dislike button, because I always appreciate honesty. Drop a comment below, subscribe to my channel, and until next time, promoting peace, gaming, and wings.